happily ever after.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, can you please stand for the bride? And now, who brings us bread to be married today?
Her dad.
Dad, give her a hug if you would. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Justin, you can get a little closer to her. You are getting married to her after all. Don't get shy on me right now. All right. Justin and Daniella, welcome to Love Story Chapel. You've come here today, you joined in matrimony. Now, this is not a commitment to be taken lightly. It is never ill-advised. You always enter marriage discreetly and soberly. You both come here with that understanding.
Yes.
That means you guys know you're getting married today, correct?
Indeed.
All right, weekend in Las Vegas, we always double check with everybody. You gotta make sure around here. Look at your
That's awesome.
mood lighting up here. Turn the stars on for you.
Oh, how pretty.
Now, guys, marriage is a beautiful thing. Congratulations on the choice that you're making today. I can tell you that it's definitely one of the firmest foundations you'll now have for some real growth and fulfillment in this life together, as husband and wife. I can also tell you marriage is probably one of the most incredible adventures you'll ever get to take. And you're lucky enough to take that with your true love. But most importantly, I can tell you that marriage it's always going to be your responsibility. That's where my job starts. Got to make sure you understand that particular part. And what it means is that you're saying from here on out, you promise to take care of each other, be there for one another, love each other.
In sickness and health.
Yeah. But you're probably already doing that right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. How long you guys been together for?
2 years, huh? It's been over a year. I think it's almost 3. Yeah, I think it is over 2 years.
Needless to say, you've had plenty of practice. You've been loving on each other for some time.
Yeah.
Not long enough for me to say it's about time waiting, but just long enough. Basically, you're already in that mode. Now, the reason why I still mention it to you is because the reality is marriage is a tough job. There's definitely going to be days where this is going to feel like the big responsibility that it is. But I'm also here to let you know that that's normal and to not let it discourage you. See, it's one of the ways marriage keeps you focused throughout the years together. So don't ever let it discourage you. Instead, focus on the facts that there are many responsibilities that you take on throughout your whole life. And on that laundry list, your marriage sits right on top because this is going to bring you the most rewards. This is going to offer you the greatest love. When you put all your effort into it, this is the one with the best ending. So trust me when I tell you, it's always worth all the effort. Now, in a moment, you'll get to recite vows. You'll exchange rings. You'll give each other that kiss. Then you'll walk off into the neon sunset as a married couple. You ready for that?
I think so.
Yes.
Is everybody else here ready for that?
Yes.
All right, we're all in. Let's keep going. Now, as you head out the door to start those adventures, one thing is for sure, is that those adventures take you everywhere together. When I mean everywhere, I mean everywhere. From the top of the mountain to the bottom of the valley. But the key word there is together. Hand in hand with your best friend. This is how you take on whatever comes your way, together. This is your greatest strength, together. You stumble, he's there ready to catch you. You fall, she's the first to lift you back up to your feet. Now, the valleys are also important to you because while you're down there, it might be a little bit of a struggle, but it's really the spot where you learn about respect and commitment and forgiveness. Those are very important ingredients for a long-lasting marriage. And together, you get to make it back to the mountaintops where you get to celebrate your victories and you gain perspective. What that means is, although when it was your time down in the valley, it may have seemed tough, what happened down there isn't really what defines you guys at all. What truly defines your relationship is who you chose to be in all the peaks and valleys with, the good and the bad. That person you chose is standing right next to you. They're more than ready to commit to you. So without further ado, let's get to those vows. Now, a vow is a declaration of love you make. It's like your verbal promise of the heart. And the ring is what seals that promise. You have rings for the bride and groom? Could you please present those rings? Dad's got double duty up here. I like it.
I love it.
Now, if you would, go ahead and grab those flowers from her. Thank you. And you're going to have that ring you have. Open your hand up. Let's take a look at it. These are symbols. Your symbols. Your symbol of this love. Your symbol of this marriage. Your symbol of commitment itself. It is your wedding ring. When it's on your hand, everyone understands. People recognize that. That's not why it's there. You see, the ring you're looking at wasn't created to communicate to others. It was actually created just to communicate to you two. That ring is specifically there to remind you about who you love, to remind you about who you married, to remind you about this very moment. The best part is that it's there to remind you every day. So please keep that close to your heart. Whenever you see that ring on your hand from here on out, I hope it always brings you back to the spot, back to the words. Now, you ready to go? Big deep breath. Perfect. Justin, you're going to be going first, all right? You're going to be taking that ring and placing it onto her left hand. But before you do, I have to ask you an important question. Justin, do you take Daniella to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day on, for rich or for poor, in sickness and in health, to love, honor, and cherish her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
So please place that ring on her hand. You look at her and I want you to say, with this ring,
With this ring,
I choose you
I choose you
with equal love
with equal love
as a mirror
as a mirror
for your true self.
for your true self.
I will give you all my love
I will give you all my love
and devotion
and devotion
forever
forever
and ever.
and ever.
Two evers are always better than one, my friend. Justin, give that ring a kiss if you don't mind. Seal it with some love. Excellent job. Now, Danielle, it's your turn. You've been placing that ring on his left hand, but before you do, let me ask you. Do you take Justin to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day on, for rich or for poor, in sickness and in health, to love, honor, and cherish him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
I knew you were going to say that. Go ahead, place that ring on his hand and look at him and say, with this ring,
With this ring,
I choose you
I choose you
with equal love
with equal love
as a mirror
as a mirror
for your true self.
for your true self.
I give you all my love
I give you all of my love
and devotion
and devotion
forever
forever
and ever.
and ever and ever and ever.
There you go. She made it even and then some. I like that. Okay, guys. Set this right in front of you now. What this is the stand ceremony. The idea behind this is that you have a vessel in the middle that represents this marriage. On each side of that vessel, there are containers of sand that represent each one of you as individuals. You have your own unique color, your own unique characteristics, your own hue, your own family, your own friends. You had all kinds of singularity there. But today we're going to change that because you're going to pour yourselves completely into that marriage. And what happens is all those nuances and characteristics about you start to combine and mix with each other's. And the vessel in the middle contains all of that. And it creates different patterns and shapes and shades of colors. And the best part is that once you've mixed that, you can never separate it again. Your love is the exact same way. When you leave here today, no mistake, you will be one love as well. Now, if you would, go ahead and grab the containers in front of you. You might want to give them a little swirl. They might sometimes get a little, there you go. And then just go ahead and pour that right on in.
A little faster than you.
Yeah, you were helping me to get mine out. It's usually the opposite. It's usually that I'm a little faster than you.
Yeah.
Now, guys, that container is going to go home with you. And when you get back to your house, please put it in a spot that you can look at it all the time. Because every time you look at it, I guarantee it's bringing you right back to this point in time, right back to the words you just shared. Now, face each other one more time, holding hands. Danielle, stay right where you are. Justin, get a little closer to her if you don't mind. You'll be your wife. Don't get too shy on me. Now, from here on out, I hope every day continues to strengthen and deepen your bond. But I also hope that that bond always stays full of that tenderness and grace that you can see in each other's eyes right now. But most importantly, please work hard every day to meet the promises you've made with the exact same love that brought you together in the first place. And so, having committed to each other in front of these witnesses with a declaration of vows and an exchange of rings, and by the power vested in me by the state of Nevada, it gives me great pleasure to let you know that July 18th is your new anniversary. Don't ever forget that, Justin. I now pronounce you married, and you may finally kiss as husband and wife. Congratulations. You guys can totally clap right now.
You did it.
Take that, hold hands, and walk all the way to the very back. Husband and wife.